What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader. Welcome back to the channel. I just got back from Collector Archive Services 7 Hasbro Star Wars The Vintage Collection items, and we're going to go through them. I get this question a lot, so let's get it out of the way. When did I send them, and when did they get graded? Because everyone wants to know turn times right now, turnaround times at the grading companies. I sent these in on November 17th. They were logged into Collector Archive Services system within the queue for grading on December 20th, and they completed the grading at the end of June. And so all in, it ended up being from door to door about 7 to 7.5 months. So turnaround times are still really long at Collector Archive Services, and AFAs are dropping rapidly. So we'll see what happens with CAS and whether they're able to get those turnaround times done. But let's go ahead and dig right into these awesome items. This is the Carbonized Walmart exclusive Incinerator Trooper. Really nice looking item here. I don't know why I got these carbonized figures graded, but that's what I decided to do. And it does look really nice inside the case. So this one graded an 85 plus, and here's the grading label on that. And by the way, the grading labels from CAS this batch were really well done. So kudos to them. 85, 90, 95 for an overall 85 plus. And I think the main reason that it did not get a 90 was because there's a little bit of edge wear on this corner on the back. That kind of held the score back a little bit. So that's why I got the 85 plus. The other question I get a lot is, well, shouldn't this be a 90? Because you got an 85, a 90, and a 95 on the label. The average is a 90. It's not the average. I've made a video about that. So because the 85 was just bad enough, it brought the overall score down to an 85 plus. So that happens. That happens sometimes. Also, I want to say thanks to CAS. What I really like about CAS with their shipping is that they bill you. And, you know, I just reach out to them, and I was out of town when they finished this batch. And they were kind enough to hold it. You know, they said, go ahead and wait to pay. And then you can, you know, once you pay, then we'll ship it. So that's one of the big advantages of using CAS relative to AFA. AFA just ships it, and it's your problem. And unfortunately, I was out of the country when AFA shipped my last order, so I was freaking out a little bit. Whereas with CAS, I don't have to worry about that. I can just email them, and then they hold it, and then I pay it when I get back into town. So it was really nice. So thank you for that. Here's the Moff Gideon. This is, again, from that same Wave 2 of carbonized figures that was released in late 2021 at Walmart. And probably the least exciting of the bunch. 90, 90, 95. So we got a really solid 90. I also want to say thanks to Bounty Hunters Guild. They are a eBay seller. I will put a link to their channel, excuse me, to their eBay sales page in the video description in case you want to buy from them. They do a great job. They're also on Instagram at Bounty Hunters Guild. Here's the Armorer. This one turned out really nice. I really like the way the carbonized cards look. They just look really cool. The nice thick card backs, and the paint scheme is really nice on the Armorer especially. So that one also graded a 90, 90, 90, 95. So that is that, and here's the backs. This is all the backs look exactly the same. So it's just that wave. Now the best one of the bunch from this carbonized wave is easily the Shoretrooper, because it's an alternate card back, and it has the Mandalorian logo. Obviously, this figure was on the Rogue One card back and was labeled as the Scarif Trooper, but this Shoretrooper for the Mandalorian card back is really nice. And I do love the paint scheme quite a bit on this figure. It's just, you know, it looks really cool with the paint apps on this Shoretrooper. And because it's, you know, an alternate card back with an alternate name pill, this one's kind of the one must have of all four of these. But this one also graded a 90, 90, 90, 95. So very high grade items. So thank you again to Josh over at Bounty Hunters Guild for the awesome items. And let's finish it off with some original TVC 1.0 before we dig into one final store exclusive. Next up, we've got Anakin Skywalker. This is the Clone Wars version of Anakin and the original issue from 2012-ish. This one has the Darth Maul offer sticker. This was a gift from a channel subscriber and friend of mine named Nick. So thank you, Nick, for this beautiful Anakin. Beautiful unpunched US card. Really turned out nice. And obviously Anakin showing up in the Obi-Wan series was a really nice touch. That last episode was hot, wasn't it? Man, I love that final lightsaber fight scene lightsaber duel between Obi-Wan and Vader. But this one did grade a 90. 90, 90, 95 were the subgrades. And I like how they labeled this. I mean, the labeling at CAS for Vintage Collection is so much better than AFA. They put the VC number of 92, and they also mentioned the Darth Maul offer sticker, Clone Wars. You know, the AFA's labels just basically say Vintage Collection, Anakin Skywalker. And occasionally they will note the offer sticker, which is good. But this one just turned out beautifully. Nice clean card back, and here's the original. I had the reissue in a CAS 95, but I sold that one on after I got this one because I just feel like it's nice to have the original issue. And then the other original TVC 1.0 is this one. I did show this one on the channel. I'm really shocked that this one didn't get a higher score, although I'm not complaining too much. This is a beautiful unpunched R5D4. We could really stand for an updated sculpt for R5D4 on a Mandalorian card back after his appearance in the Book of Boba Fett in that Mandalorian episode. But anyway, this one did grade a 90. It was straight 90s, but I was shocked because when I got this, I was convinced I was going to get at least a 90 plus on this. So I probably missed something on this one. Again, I'm not complaining. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous R5, but I was just expecting this one to at least get a 90 plus. It was as case fresh as I've ever seen a TVC 1.0, but they probably found something that I'm missing. And I'm not going to complain too much. Now let's finish it off with a Target exclusive. This is the Target exclusive pack-in for the Rogue One X-Wing Antoc Merrick. And the grading gods did take a little bit of mercy on me with this one. When I got this one, I did not notice that it had a little bit of that common problem with the packing that Hasbro did for this card back inside of the X-Wing packaging. And, you know, a good solid 90% of them have that scratch below the 4+ right there. And then this one also has the same scratch over here. So most of them have that issue. And the grading gods took mercy on me. I was expecting this one to get an 85+ because of that scratch. But they did give me the 90. I was really surprised by that. It came back with a 90, 90, 95 overall. Me personally, I think that's a little high. I think the card score at a minimum should be an 85. And this one should get an 85+ overall. But again, I am certainly not complaining because this is one that has really jumped up in price over the last few months, as a number of my subscribers and Patreon supporters have noted that Antoc Merrick or the mint and sealed box X-Wing, where this mint on card figure comes in, has really jumped up. It kind of jumped up and then it went back down again, and now it's jumping back up. So I think people are realizing that this is one that you want to get, and it is just an absolute beauty. I just love this figure, the card back. One of the better releases from last year, and it's just really nice. So that is it for this unboxing. We had 7 TVC. We had 6 90s and 1 85+. So I'm very happy with this batch and all the labels, everything. CAS did a fantastic job. Very well packed, but their turnaround times need to be improved because my last AFA batch that I just sent were billed within 2 weeks, and they're expecting those to be turned around in 2.5 months based on the invoice I received. And they've been pretty accurate with those. So 2.5 months versus, you know, this last batch, which took a little over 7 months. I think that CAS knows this, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but their turnaround times need to come down in order to compete with AFA. But with this batch, I'm very, very happy with how everything turned out. I also put together a nice collage of a slideshow, so to speak, with the grading labels and some still shots for these beautiful mint on card Vintage Collection figures in case you want to take a look at it at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back soon.